Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's episode of Lewis Presents. I'm here on St Heliers Road, just off Leighton High Road, London E10, and what behind me here is what remains of the old ABC cinema in Leighton. There is a frontal entrance down there, but it's now the entrance to Ledbrook Bookmakers, and there's a lot of noise going on Leighton High Road. But the history of this place is very fascinating. The ABC Cinema opened as the Ritz Cinema on July the 4th, 1938, and the first film shown was Fredric March in a film called The Buccaneer, and it had 2,418 seats, 1,532 in the stalls and 886 in the upper circle. The cinema remained that way until October 1962, and it was renamed the ABC Cinema, and that's how I remember it. I was brought up here in Leighton. I lived just off Church Road from 1969 to 1979. And I remember my parents brought me here with me and my sister. In 1974, we came to see the disaster movie with Steve McQueen and Paul Newman in the Tower Inferno. The cinema was packed. People were on their knife's edge, wit's edge, as Steve McQueen holds a fireman who is falling from the falling building and holds onto him by the hands until he grabs him at the bottom. Everybody was on tender hooks, wondering if that fireman was going to make it. Also, I remember here in 1978, I was then attending George Mitchell, that me and a couple of friends of mine came to watch the movie here called Grease, with Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta. We came out after the showing, the crowds of people were coming down the road. It was very hard to envisage that maybe this cinema was not long for its sell-by date. I also saw the Monty Python and the Holy Grail and the Life of Brian here. And on the 10th of December 1978, the cinema was taken over by an independent company. It became known as the Crown Cinema. And I remember me and my dad came here one night in September of 1979, and he took me to see the new sci-fi thriller called Alien, starring Sigourney Weaver and John Hurt. But I kind of had a feeling that the end was coming for this cinema, because all that was open then was just the upper circle. All the stalls and the seats down below had all been taken away and were gone. And finally the end did come. On the 1st of December 1979, the last movie was shown here. Kirk Douglas in a movie called Holocaust 2000. It did remain open on Friday nights to show late night kung fu films, but even that fizzled out. Then it became a B&Q hardware store, a quick save supermarket, and what it is now, a Ledbrooke's Bookmakers. So, the cinema is long gone. The building is still in use. Probably now behind me, it's probably storing stuff in their storage. Maybe even some parts of it are sealed off. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lewis Presents. It was entitled The Days of the ABC. Thanks for watching.